Welcome to this course of business development, in which we will address business development in three sub-courses. How can differentiation help in growth? Guide for startups, and how to grow through strategic relationships. Welcome to this course of business development. How can differentiation help in growth? Let's start with an introduction to differentiation and business strategy. Section 1. So, differentiation is about leveraging your strengths to create value for customers. It combines advantages that distinguish a business. For example, leveraging its advanced, cost-effective electric vehicles battery technology, BYD company has positioned itself as a dominant player in the electric vehicle market, particularly in emerging economies, by providing affordable and reliable electric vehicle solutions. Also, by prioritizing environmental sustainability and ethical sourcing, Patagonia company has created a unique brand loyalty in the outdoor apparel market, appealing to environmentally conscious consumers and setting a high standard for corporate responsibility in the industry. Likewise, companies such as BYD and Patagonia thrive through their unique advantages despite competition. Now, why is it critical? Differentiation is essential for present and future sustainability. Businesses must develop their advantages over their competition in order to survive. So, our aim should be to survive and grow sustainably. Differentiation is not a one-time thing, but something we must learn to do regularly and consider continually applying it to help us survive in the long term. Let's look at Apple's differentiation cycle in the smartphone industry. Apple's differentiation cycle in the smartphone industry is clear and effective. They identified a gap for premium smartphones and inserted seamless design and ease of use, positioning themselves as a brand of innovation and exclusivity. Unique features like iOS, high-quality cameras, and a cohesive ecosystem set Apple apart. Through consistent brand experiences in stores and support, they reinforce their premium image. And with ongoing investment in new features and products, Apple stays ahead, fostering loyalty and securing industry leadership. Now, let's go on to maximizing value. We can earn more by building stronger relationships and creating more value to customers. This is known as maximizing our value. Similarly, by using differentiation, we can begin to target customers that value our differences and crucially extract more value from the marketplace. And we can do this by broadening our scope of value. Therefore, we can create a winning business using differentiation even in a crowded marketplace by competing on our own terms. Not preparing the business for growth can impact us negatively, as the market is always changing and growing. In addition, disruptive technologies are always changing the market, and it is essential to embrace them for our current differentiation to not be undermined, and for our future ability to differentiate to not be threatened. Also need to consider other external factors, such as the environment, could also have a significant impact on shaping products of the future. And not preparing for growth and not taking external factors into consideration, such as disruptive technologies, will result in declining sales over time. Let's move on to identifying bad and good growth. We need to identify the difference between good and bad growth. Bad growth leads to busy falls, where the business is busy but there is little profit and little time to invest into the future. In addition, some characteristics may influence the product growth, such as it being the price, other than the value of your product, a result of having customers that don't truly value your product. Therefore, it is very essential that your customers value what differentiates you, so you can secure the right value from the marketplace and secure a better future. Thus, bad growth creates a false sense of security, while good growth, driven by valued customers, ensures a more secure future. Now, let's move on to the second section of this presentation. The second section, the building blocks for a business strategy that differentiates. A customer benefit is what a product or service offers. Examples include price, quality, and delivery. An advantage is a customer benefit where we outperform competitors. Advantages help us differentiate. However, not all customer benefits are advantages. A unique selling point (USP) can be a customer benefit, but not all benefits qualify as USPs. Therefore, companies often differentiate by excelling in one or more customer benefits. USPs alone may not differentiate, but they can when combined. An example, Apple delivers high-quality product design as a key customer benefit. Let's look at competencies and resources. We can enhance customer benefits through competencies that support them, turning benefits into advantages. A competence is an activity needing capabilities like skills or knowledge. Examples include design skills and technical knowledge. A competence can lead to multiple customer benefits. For instance, the company Dyson's powerful suction technology provided a significant customer benefit. Customer benefits often consist of several competencies. For example, the price of a car includes costs of components and production. We need to acknowledge that competencies differ from resources. Competencies are capabilities, while resources are assets like machines and software. We need both competencies and resources for differentiation. Processes refer to methodologies, not physical equipment. For example, a design process is a methodology. Systems are resources that support processes. A process is a competence, while a system is a resource for delivering that process. Let's move on to core and non-core competencies. A company has strong and weak core and non-core competencies. However, not all strong competencies are core, and not all weak ones are non-core. Core competencies enhance differentiation. Non-core competencies do not. For example, fast service is a core competence for fast food chains. Strong core competencies help businesses differentiate. They must be protected and developed. But a weak core competence can become a differentiator if strengthened. Non-core competencies perform basic functions like reception or cleaning. Weak non-core competencies may hinder a business. But we should address weak non-core competencies only if they hurt the business, and focus resources on strengthening core competencies instead. Core competencies support customer benefits, creating advantages for differentiation. Non-core competencies do not support customer benefits. On to Section 3. Section 3. The 4 top common mistakes. Benchmarking helps companies improve by evaluating functions. It scores performance and highlights strengths and weaknesses. While it encourages addressing weaknesses, this isn't always useful. Improving weaknesses may waste resources if they don't align with differentiation. Benchmarking focuses on weaknesses, while differentiation relies on strengths. On to the second misconception. Companies often try to improve operations. This can lead to unnecessary processes or products. Market shifts can make these improvements irrelevant. Focusing on operations without a clear differentiation strategy can waste time and money. To capture a market, you need to outperform competitors and create barriers. However, doing better doesn't guarantee market success. Consider barriers when entering a new market. Weak competencies can lead to competitors taking the market. On to the fourth and final misconception. Businesses often think they have full control. Lack of time can lead to missing on disruptive technologies. It's crucial to consider external factors that impact differentiation. On to Section 4. Section 4. The first tool, developing differentiation successfully. Differentiation hinges on core competences, but how do we identify them? Core competences have these characteristics. Important to customers by providing a clear benefit, relatively rare, and are difficult to replicate due to no alternative competences available, use of rare resources, market barriers, example being a market leader, legal barriers, example industry approvals or patents, process barriers, example superior processes developed by the business. On to Section 5. Section 5. The second tool, identifying differentiators that are current and differentiators that are potential. How to identify current and potential differentiators. Strong core competences currently differentiate us. Weak core competences are potential differentiators for the future. Example, a tech company investing in AI to become a future differentiator. However, weak competences can still be valuable, helping a business reinvent itself and create ongoing value. On to Section 6. Section 6. Tool number 3. Diagnose potential disablers. How to identify potential disablers. A disabler is a weak non-core competence that can harm the business. Strong non-core competences are areas where we outperform competitors. Weak non-core competences are areas where we fall short. Example, poor supplier management leading to delayed product deliveries. If not identified, a disabler could threaten the entire business. But disablers should be addressed only as they begin to cause problems. On to Section 7. Section 7. Building a winning business strategy. A recommendation about uniqueness. Every business is unique. The differences in competences define how a business wins. Avoid adopting strategies from other businesses. Develop a unique differentiating strategy for sustainability. It's not advisable to have a third party create a strategy in isolation. The business must be involved in its own ideas and decisions. To survive and grow, a business needs a unique strategy that delivers clear differentiation. Example, Apple developing its own ecosystem, i.e. hardware plus software integration for long-term growth. Now, how can we use differentiation effectively? How to use differentiation effectively. Approach the strategy in the correct order. Start by defining the business's differentiating strategy for now and the future. Next, develop a marketing strategy to leverage value propositions with customers. Then, exploiting value propositions that can reveal opportunities for future differentiation. The final stage is creating an operational strategy for value delivery. The order of these stages is critical. An example, Starbucks focusing on the customer experience as part of their differentiation. Attempting to please everyone can dilute a brand's unique identity, making it hard for customers to understand what sets it apart. Broad generalized messaging lacks focus, which can reduce a brand's appeal to customers with specific preferences. Without clear differentiation, brands struggle to attract their ideal customers who value particular attributes. A brand that tries to cater to all may confuse its audience about its core values, weakening customer loyalty. And so differentiation helps position a brand in the market. Therefore, failing to highlight it can reduce competitiveness. Now, Let's move on to the different approaches to large and small businesses. Learn the different approaches for small and large businesses. Regularly review differentiation in an ever-changing market. Large businesses conduct detailed reviews and manage multiple implementation projects. Small businesses face constraints such as limited time for projects, rapid changes in the market, lack of strategic skills or knowledge, difficulty in finding affordable help. Additionally, small businesses need an approach that maximizes limited time, develops management skills, prioritizes tasks, allowing for step-by-step benefits and reviews, is cost-effective. Given the fast-changing environment, small businesses must review their differentiation regularly. Welcome to this course of Business Development. Guide for Startups. Section 1. Business Development. What is it? The primary aims of this course are twofold. First, we will structure the concept of business development, breaking it down into manageable components that you can easily understand and apply. Second, we will provide you with an advanced understanding of business development that you can directly implement in your startup. Together, we will unlock the strategies and insights needed to turn your innovative ideas into thriving enterprises. Let's explore the key differences between business development and sales. Sales primarily focuses on selling directly to the customer. It's all about closing deals and generating revenue. On the other hand, business development takes a broader approach. Its goal is to build strategic partnerships that can effectively sell to the end customer. In fact, business development shares many similarities with marketing. Both aim to create awareness, nurture relationships, and ultimately drive growth. By understanding these differences, we can better appreciate how each role contributes to a company's success. Let us discuss the crucial concept of business development. So, what exactly is business development? At its core, it encompasses activities and strategies that enhance opportunities for new revenue streams, playing a vital role in a startup's growth. Now, let's talk about the role of a business development professional in a startup. These individuals are the architects of opportunity, tasked with creating and nurturing various channels to expand the business. This could involve forging relationships with distributors, collaborating with strategic partners, or exploring new market avenues. So, effective business development is not just about making sales. It's about building a robust framework that propels the startup toward sustainable growth. So, let us discuss the crucial first steps in laying the groundwork for your success. One of the most important aspects of this journey is allowing people to discover and engage with you. First, consider creating a personal website. This platform serves as your digital storefront, showcasing your skills, experiences, and passions in one cohesive space. Next, let's talk about Twitter. This dynamic platform is a powerful tool for networking and sharing your insights. Use it to connect with industry leaders and join conversations that matter to you. Lastly, building a presence on LinkedIn is essential. This professional network allows you to connect with peers, share your achievements, and expand your professional circle. By implementing these strategies, you will not only establish your presence, but also open doors to countless opportunities. On to Section 2. Section 2. How to build a base. Knowing the soft skills required. Let us emphasize the importance of soft skills in negotiation. These skills are crucial. They distinguish between someone who merely fills a role and someone who truly excels. First, remember, don't take yourself too seriously. Treat negotiation like a game. Next, focus on understanding the other side's motives. Instead of trying to convince them, aim to help. By grasping their perspective, you can find common ground more effectively. Also, consider holding off on making the first offer. If possible, allow the other party to make the first move. This can give you valuable insight into their position. Moreover, know when to be quiet. Silence can be a powerful tool in negotiations, often leading the other party to fill the void with information. Finally, recognize when it's time to walk away. Not every negotiation will lead to a favorable outcome, and sometimes it's best to pursue other opportunities. Let's talk about relationship building as soft skills. First and foremost, remember to help first and ask second. Secondly, interactions shouldn't always be about business. Life is about connections. If you find out that someone shares your interest in a certain type of music, for instance, don't hesitate to send them a tweet or a link. Building emotional connections is crucial. When we share emotions and experiences, we create stronger, more meaningful relationships. Also, aim to be top of mind. Regular engagement on social media is a great way to keep yourself present in the thoughts of others. Finally, don't overlook the opportunities that come with travel. Use your journeys to connect with others. Each interaction can lead to meaningful relationships that could benefit you both personally and professionally. Let's talk about two significant soft skills: productivity and mastering meetings. Let's start with productivity. To truly master your workflow, begin by mastering your to-do list. A well-organized list helps you prioritize tasks and stay focused on what matters most. Next, aim for inbox zero. Ensure you have no unread emails by the end of each day. Consider utilizing time blocks for your tasks. By creating specific blocks of time dedicated to different activities, you can minimize distractions and enhance your focus. Now, let's move on to mastering meetings. One key aspect is setting accurate timing for your meetings. Equally important is creating an agenda and sharing it with attendees in advance. During the meeting, don't hesitate to ask the right questions to see their emotional reaction. Finally, remember to follow up immediately after the meeting, whether it's adding tasks to your to-do list or sending a follow-up email. This practice ensures that everyone is on the same page and that no important details are overlooked. Let us discuss the filtering of opportunities soft skill. When you're on this journey, two factors stand out as the most important: focus and time. In the fast-paced world of startups, filtering opportunities effectively is essential. So, how do we determine which opportunities are worth pursuing? First, align them with your company goals. Every opportunity should take you a step closer to your objectives. Next, conduct a culture check. It's vital that the opportunity resonates with your business culture, ensuring a smooth fit. Another key point is impact projection. Aim for a ratio of 3 to 1. This means the potential output should be at least 3 times greater than your input, whether that's time, effort, or money. Lastly, beware of the shiny objects, those opportunities that appear enticing but do not align with your core goals. They can distract you from what truly matters. Now, let's talk about maximizing your networking opportunities at conferences through effective soft skills. First, before the conference, take the time to review the attendee list. Identify potential interesting individuals you would like to connect with, and don't hesitate to book meetings with them in advance. During the conference, remember to be an active listener. Rather than dominating conversations, focus on meeting as many people as possible. Engage with others by discussing the conference content instead of centering the conversation on yourself or your business. Finally, after the conference, don't forget to collect business cards and follow up with your new connections. On to Section 3. Section 3. The detail. Setting a goal to having the deal closed. Let us explore the essential steps for creating a robust business development plan that can drive your startup success. First, we need to focus on our strategic initiatives. This involves clearly defining our goals, such as increasing customer retention. Next, it's crucial to identify channels that can support our initiatives. For example, we might explore a product that integrates our company's data with another business system. This can serve as an effective channel. Within each channel, we must outline the tasks that need to be completed by our team to successfully implement it. Lastly, let's talk about OKRs, or objectives and key results. We want to take those potentially hard to measure goals and identify existing metrics that will help us assess the effectiveness of our channels. For instance, if our objective is to increase the retention by 2%, we need to determine specific tasks to achieve that and establish how we will track our progress. By following these steps, we can create a comprehensive business development plan that not only sets clear goals but also paves the way for actionable strategies and measurable outcomes. Now, I want to discuss an essential aspect of business development: prospecting. That is finding the right partner. Once you have your business development plan in place, it's time to put it into action. This execution phase is critical, and it often involves collaboration. To do this effectively, you need to identify the right potential partners. This means figuring out which companies align with your goals, who the key decision makers are, and how best to approach them. This is the essence of prospecting. Invest time in researching these potential partners to understand their needs and challenges. By doing so, you can identify how you can provide real value to them. Focus on targeting relevant individuals. Next, consider the means of contact. Ideally, introductions are the most effective way to connect. So, seek out someone who can facilitate that introduction for you. Platforms like LinkedIn can be invaluable in this process. However, if an introduction isn't possible, don't be discouraged. Take the time to research alternative contact methods that could still lead to a fruitful conversation. When you're ready to connect with a potential contact, skip the initial phone call and focus on email. Here is a guide on crafting a memorable email pitch. The pitch. Greeting. Keep it friendly and personal. For example, "Hi Andrew." Intro. Mention something specific that shows you know them. "I heard you're heading to Seattle next week. You've got to try the pink door. Best lasagna in the city." This shows thoughtfulness and helps create a connection. Ask. Be concise and show the value of your proposal. "Epic lasagna aside, I want to explore a potential discussion between your company and my startup. Who would be the right person to connect with on that? I think it could really enhance your retention goals." Give back. Show appreciation. "By the way, I love your blog. I reference your posts internally all the time. Keep up the great work." This acknowledges their impact and shows your sincerity. Close. End on a light-hearted note. "Safe travels, and I look forward to seeing your photos from Seattle." Then comes your signature, name or signing. Finally, your site, Twitter, etc. Great! You've now established that you and your prospective partner are aligned and are eager to collaborate. Now, let's talk about moving from intent to action. The next step is all about securing buy-off, and that's where the one-pager comes in. Think of it as a concise one-page document that you can present to their team, especially for when the CEO inevitably asks, "Why are we doing this?" This one-pager should clearly communicate the purpose, potential impact, and mutual benefits of the partnership. Essentially, it answers the big why in a straightforward way that resonates with stakeholders. This will be our key to gaining their commitment and moving forward effectively. Alright, let's dive into the essentials of closing the deal. First, it all begins with initiating the deal. This phase is critical. If we're not careful, we risk losing momentum. Then, watching for pitfalls, ensuring everything is on track. Next, it's vital to drive progress. This means you need to be the person who's continuously pushing things forward, ensuring that everyone involved on your side and theirs keeps moving. Then comes effective follow-ups. Now, following up is a skill. It's about balancing persistence without becoming a nuisance. A strong approach is to follow up with updates about what progress you've made on your side. Setting timelines is key. Map out the journey by scheduling milestone meetings leading up to the launch. And finally, remember, know when to walk away if things aren't aligning or if it just might be better timing later. In that case, leave the door open with a message like, "Let's touch base in 6 months to see if the timing is better." This way, you keep opportunities alive without forcing a fit. Now that the deal is closed, let's talk about the importance of maintaining a positive relationship with our partners. In this maintenance stage, our goal is to ensure that both sides remain happy with the partnership. We'll conduct regular happiness checks to confirm satisfaction on both ends, keeping an eye on whether the relationship is delivering the expected results. If not, we'll take action, identifying areas for improvement and exploring new opportunities to fix it. Small tweaks and adjustments along the way can make a great difference in sustaining mutual satisfaction and success. On to Section 4. Section 4. The tips and the tools. I want to highlight some rookie mistakes to avoid as you embark on your entrepreneurial journey. Firstly, avoid legal overreach. Remember, if you're not a lawyer, don't act like one. Most companies have legal teams for a reason. Let them handle the legal work. It can leave both parties unprotected. So, leave the legal jargon to the experts. Next, no cold calling. It's a practice best avoided. Instead, focus on building relationships through introductions and networking. Also, don't shy away from pilots. Pilots are breaking down big ideas into smaller ones to assess viability. Pilots can significantly reduce risk for both parties. Lastly, stay organized. A disorganized approach can lead to missed opportunities and mistakes. Keep your process streamlined to ensure your success. By steering clear of these pitfalls, you will set yourself up for a more effective and prosperous journey. Welcome to this course of business development. How to grow through strategic relationships. Section 1. Introduction. Welcome everyone to this business development course. We'll begin with a broad understanding of business development, including the essential elements such as collaboration, partnership strategies, and the networking. We'll touch on both B2B and B2C experiences, highlighting the history and success of major brands. Let's clarify the difference between B2B, B2C, and business development. While sales teams focus on direct revenue, business development builds partnerships that increase brand strength and efficiency over time. A great example is how partnerships improve brand image, information exchange, and technology integration. B2C, B2B, and their challenges. Both B2C and B2B businesses face unique challenges. Take Sockland.com as an example, a small company with little traction. They face low social media engagement in B2C and lack retailer interest in B2B. Through partnerships like brand alliances or tech collaborations, they can tackle these challenges by leveraging shared resources and exposure. Let's talk about the types of partnerships. Partnerships come in many forms. With a brand partnership, like one with a celebrity, such as Taylor Swift, for example, Sockland could gain vast exposure. Information sharing partnerships enhance product quality, and tech partnerships bring innovation. Distribution partnerships with major retailers, like Walmart, for example, could expand the market presence. Each partnership type plays a role in overall business growth. Let's talk about the different business development positions. In business development, roles such as product development, brand leverage, marketing, and info sharing are essential. Partnerships benefit both parties, so even small brands can gain by strategically aligning with bigger plans. Incremental projects can foster trust, leading to larger collaborations and possibly causes that resonate with the public. On to Section 2. Section 2. Case studies and real examples of businesses and options of business development. In this section, we'll dive into real-world examples of business development deals, including successes and a few challenging experiences. This will help us understand various strategies, what worked, and why some deals didn't go as planned. Let's look at real examples of real business development experiences. One example is a music YouTube channel where we may use business development to grow quickly. Seeking advice from established artists can be a key strategy, alongside enhancing branding. We may even consider artificial followers to improve appearance, and collaboration with popular channels to expand the audience, demonstrating the power of strategic partnerships in digital growth. Let's talk about an example of a B2B business development partnership that didn't work out. In B2B settings, technology and information sharing partnerships can leverage technology and information sharing, like collaborating with other specialists or instructors for the sake of online courses. By pooling expertise, both parties bring unique value, boosting both the course quality and each partner's reach in the online education market. Not every deal is a success. In one instance, it is tried recruiting an app specialist to help with branding for online book sales, including an offer for them to write a chapter in the book. However, they declined due to time constraints. This teaches us to simplify collaboration and highlight benefits more clearly, such as potential commissions from new customers. Finally, joint ventures. Joint ventures allow brands to create entirely new products. For example, by partnering with brands of map technology, car, and AI, we will have smart car technology emerging from combining these fields. This kind of collaboration shows how leveraging various expertise can lead to innovative products that neither companies could achieve alone. On to Section 3. Section 3. Business development deal examples among big brands. Let's address the fashion industry example. The fashion industry's evolution is a prime example of impactful business development. Initially, clothing was simply seen as garments produced cheaply in the US with little appeal. Manufacturers transformed the industry by outsourcing to reduce costs, allowing them to invest in branding. Partnerships with celebrities then elevated clothing to fashion, creating a demand-driven market that positioned clothing as a trendy must-have. Now, we move on to an e-learning example. E-learning companies often rely on business development to grow and meet student needs. Starting with quality instructors, they expand by partnering with subtitle specialists and translation companies to cater to international markets. If the demand in regions like South America grows, acquiring a local partner or collaborating with Spanish-focused e-learning platforms becomes an effective way to scale. On to Section 4. Section 4. Ways for being noticed by potential partners. Let's talk about getting noticed by the big brands. To stand out to larger brands, use creative, targeted strategies. Start by researching what potential partners are passionate about and approach them with customized proposals that reflect their interests. By aligning your product with their brand or personal preferences, you can capture their attention more effectively and make your outreach efforts memorable. Now, let's address visibility and engaging with partners. Visibility is key to attracting promotional partners. Increase your social media presence and engage meaningfully with potential partners. If email outreach fails, consider innovative approaches like a Google ad targeting their name or engaging with their social media posts to build rapport. When reaching out, avoid generic emails. A personalized video or message shows genuine interest and sets you apart. On to Section 5. Section 5. The ways of starting business development relationships that are good. Let's talk about strong business relationships. Starting a business development relationship hinges on trust, which is best built through networking within your industry. For example, connecting with peers on Facebook can lead to future partnerships and revenue, unlike cold pitches, which often see low response rates. Face-to-face interactions strengthen bonds, and non-cold outreach, backed by research on individuals or companies, is generally more effective than impersonal cold emails. Let's talk about cold outreach. Cold outreach can work if done thoughtfully. Avoid common pitfalls, like lack of personalization and unrelated content, which can confuse and turn off recipients. A good pitch is clear, establishes credibility, and directly states the purpose. For example, a cold pitch could be like, where a top Udemy instructor might say, I have clients needing custom courses, to offer the recipient a potential business opportunity without unnecessary details or over-promising. On to Section 6. Section 6. How to act in first meetings. Let's talk about initial meetings. In your initial business development meetings, focus on two key goals: building rapport and trust, and discussing potential collaboration ideas, even if they are just broad frameworks. Meetings should be concise, whether on Zoom or face-to-face, lasting 15, 30, or 60 minutes. Attend meetings dressed professionally to make a good impression. Remember to keep a small smile, be patient, and listen actively. These intangibles significantly contribute to the success of the deal, with success rates around 75% when applied effectively. Let's talk about the first business meeting or call. In your first meeting, start by warmly greeting and thanking everyone, setting a collaborative tone. If there are 3+ participants, brief introductions help build rapport. Use phrases like, can you please share your situation, to understand their needs, or I'm impressed with your company, to take charge of the conversation. During the meeting, identify key initiatives and follow up promptly with an email summary to reinforce mutual understanding. On to Section 7. Section 7. Card networking in business. Building your network and business relationships. Let's talk about networking through cards. Business card networking is essential for building valuable relationships and creating opportunities. Ensure that your business cards are professional, memorable, and informative. When meeting new people, engage with a friendly and positive attitude. Face-to-face interactions remain more impactful than online networking and often lead to stronger business development opportunities. Moving on to body language and business card etiquette. Body language plays a big role in successful networking. About 80% of communication is nonverbal, so focus on your posture, eye contact, and hand gestures. Be aware of cultural differences in body language, as some behaviors, like too much eye contact, can be off-putting. In terms of business cards, always have them on hand, exchange them when appropriate, and take notes afterward to remember details from the conversation. Finally, let's talk about creating an under 30 seconds pitch. A concise and engaging business pitch can capture interest in under 30 seconds. Avoid long, confusing explanations. Instead, be clear and engaging, ideally with a touch of inspiration or humor. The audio recipe template is an effective structure. Start with your company name, describe the service, identify who it helps, outline the problem it solves, and highlight your unique approach. For instance, Company XYZ built an app series that helps entrepreneurs start businesses, with live expert help along the way. We have reached the end of our course, concluding the 3 business development subcourses. Hope you have learned a lot in terms of how to develop your business. And thank you for taking the time to watch this business development course.